Today's gospel is the sending of the 72 disciples. So when we look at how Jesus mentored people, how he formed them, we can look at the 1, the 3, the 12, the 72. So think about the fact that from the very beginning of his public ministry, Jesus did not act alone. He called people to follow him and to be formed by him. So how he formed Simon Peter was very purposeful. He was forming Simon to become the first leader of the church. And so Simon Peter spends significant moments with Christ that the other apostles do not, and learns things, experiences Jesus in a very profound way. Then the 3, so it's Peter, James, and John. They're present at the transfiguration. They're present in the agony in the garden. Clearly, those 3 were the leaders of the apostles. So how Jesus formed them and the fruits of that. We think of John's gospel and the book of Revelation. We think of James as the first apostle to be martyred and the one that goes to Spain to evangelize. We think of the 12, and when we look at the scope of Jesus' ministry for 3 years, those 12 apostles lived with Christ, the Son of God, for 3 years. They traveled with him, they ate with him, they lived with him. They heard his preaching, they watched his miracles, they came to know him as the Son of God and their master and teacher, so that when their time came, they were prepared to go forth. Then we have the 72. We're not certain clearly who those 72 disciples were, but certainly they would have had a more distant relationship with Christ just by their sheer number. But could it be that the 12 were forming the 72? To go out. I mean, the scriptures don't say that, but that'd be a logical assumption that somehow the 12 had something to do with the formation of the 72. That's how evangelization works, that a practicing Catholic disciple of the Lord Jesus forms others, who in turn form others, who in turn go out to accomplish the mission of the church. So if you were to look strategically at your life, who are the 2 or 3 people in your life that you think you would have an influence in forming to become more committed to Christ, deeper in their love response to the Lord, and able to in turn go out and make disciples of their own? Who are those 2 or 3 people? And ask yourself in prayer, ask the Lord, how can I be a mentor to them? How can I form them? The 72 went out and preached everywhere, and the results were fruitful.